Hello, it's Chantel with Brown Sugar Talk on the Black Unicorns. Okay, let me tell you, today is Wellness Wednesday, and I was fortunate when I first started teaching. I was at a school that said go into the community. Now, when I first started teaching my job, I was like, I lived in the community that I taught at. But the second time, well, not teaching, I was just like a paraprofessional. I lived in that community. So I knew the community, I knew what was going on. But then when I worked in the community, they would say, go in the community, like eat the food, all this stuff. And I didn't care because it was such a rich community, okay? Look poor, like East St. Louis, but it was still like it was a rich community, like with people and all the stuff that was going on. They had crime in the community, like people's houses would get broken into, different things would happen. And at that time, it would be like in the Hispanic community, most of the crime is committed by other Hispanic people. So, um, the best thing about it was the kids that in my classroom came from like really good families. Okay. And as I told you before, a Hispanic man is the one, a Guatemalan man is the one that first helped me. But then also I was working at a grocery store already where it was like a store with like different cultures. And every day somebody of a different culture would actually help me. So I'm down on my luck. I'm struggling. I'm working 4 jobs and I'm going to school, right? Trying to figure out how I'm gonna get my teacher certification so I can move to this next level, whatever, right? And all the people at the store would just help me. Mexican, um, uh, oh my God, Mexican, Spanish. Okay, people from Spain actually speak Portuguese. That's why I was getting mixed up because they don't speak Spanish. They speak Portuguese. African, European. Like it was just like so many different people in the store. Just like where you can get like a plethora of knowledge. Not only that, they had like a library upstairs with food, and then in the store, like you could, because it was a high-end grocery store, you could actually go and you could go to the library and see these different things. And so then, like, even though most of the people in Texas are Republican, um for some reason at the store these people have money, but they actually spend their time in my line trying to give me gifts for Christmas because I know I don't want to go back home, even though I hate Texas, because it took me like 3 years for real to like Texas, okay, to like live in there because everything was so big. So I'm trying to get through, right? And this Guatemalan man, Guatemalan man, he seemed like he don't got nothing. He don't got nothing going on. He didn't graduate from the 8th grade. One of the greatest people I know in my life. You see what I'm saying? That's the person that helped me. He helped me, right? When I had just been abused by a black man, right? The one that's just gonna throw me away. The one that stalked me. The one that lied and said all this stuff. The one that knew details that he didn't know that he knew details, right? When I just sat in a barbershop and had these black men say that they ran a train on me and they don't even know me. I hadn't even lived in Texas. Okay. So now I'm living with the Guatemalan man, and now I got stuff that I need. I need a car, sometimes I need clothes, sometimes I need this, that, and the other. And this man actually to provide that for me. Not only that, every time I went to the Hispanic community, I was provided for. Not just no little piddly shit. Not where I had to ask for it. It was already given to me. And it was given to me clean. It was given to me presented like it was in a box. It was given to me as a gift. It was given to me as you come back, we know you part of this community. You part of this community. Whether I like you or not. You part of this community. So all I'm saying is, it's like, and everything wasn't good. One time, I would say she said she my sister, my boyfriend's sister. The lady thought I was gonna like grab her purse or something, and she was like, nah. She's like, that's my sister. Like what she gonna do? She watching my purse if anything. So what I'm saying is like, and that's like the worst experience I had. The worst one. No Hispanic man put their hands on me. None. So then, and I'm not going to say that that doesn't happen. I'm not going to say it doesn't. The Mexican man that I worked with before all this stuff happened, and I was losing all the weight, and I was like struggling. I had to put the girl out of my house, a black chick who came over there trying to calm me and all this different stuff. So anyway, I'm still struggling. I still don't get a chance to eat between whatever. So he'll actually make a messed up order so he can bring me a sandwich and leave it on my doorstep for me to have food between my jobs. If I start crying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I start crying. I'm teaching at the school, and a little girl, she don't know how to speak English. And in college, I learned, like, if you go talk to them at their house, or if y'all talk in their language. If I sit here with you and me and you talk over dinner, then you can learn English better. She was having trouble in school. It wasn't that she wasn't smart. She was really smart, truly smart. But it was an issue because of the language. So it's like sometimes she didn't get a whole lot of things because of the language. You see? The whole family. Her cousin was in my classroom too. Her cousin, she started off to be like really small and grew up to be tall, you know? And it was amazing just to see her grow throughout the whole classroom. And so I say that to you because when I didn't have nobody, when I was at my lowest point in my life, when couldn't nobody help me pay my rent, when my car was messed up, when I couldn't make the money, when I did anything, Hispanic people taught me a different way of life. Now, y'all can look down on them all y'all want to. But Hispanic people could actually teach us how to stay together and help each other. Not only them, Caribbean people too. So that's what I used to teach my kids in class, like how cultures actually do overlap and cross each other. But evil does too. That's why I say some of this stuff is just not about your color. It is about your character, even though the color is the issue. Because a lot of you will put more into hate. A lot of hate. Now let me tell y'all this too. I grew up with kids from the projects. And so my father too. I'm honest about it. I'm sorry to say. When I grew up, the first time I saw prejudice was from my father, because my mother didn't speak bad about other cultures. You see what I'm saying? In our house, it was just whatever. It was anything goes. They didn't really check on us or nothing like that, but it just wasn't never no hate towards another culture. So the first time I saw that was with my dad and my stepmom. I couldn't play with the Hispanic kids because they was outside playing in the water in a ditch, and that was just, oh my God, that was just gross. And so that made them nasty, and I couldn't play with them. All right, cool. I never had anything against Hispanic people. That's just their opinion. So now I know in this situation, I could grow up in a house with people and they could feel totally different about something than I do. The words that they said never even touched me. Like it never was something that I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to do that for the rest of my life. You know, it's like I didn't even take that on. It was almost like it bounced off me. Rubber bullets bouncing off me. Don't they give you a whole different situation? Rubber bullets. That's a rubber bullet. Right? So then it hurt. But it's like, you don't even know why it hurt yet. You don't know. You don't know. So then we live in an all-black neighborhood. Again, nobody out there is saying white people this, black people this, that, and the other. There's nothing. Okay? We moved to Cahokia. And that's, again, a sign of racism. Oh, actually, before Cahokia, we moved to Washington Park. And because we were in the trailer park, this boy used to come steal our bike and call us niggas. My stepdad said, okay, that's what they do. Watch them. Every time they ride past, nigga, 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 nigga. Nigga, 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 nigga. And we looking at them like, we ain't really want the bike no way. The fucking wheel on it is bent. You niggas want to steal the fucking bike. We niggas, but you want to steal the bike. So at this point, we looking at the dictionary. It's an ignorant person, a person that don't have knowledge. So you worse off than we are. Because after that, we moved out. We was able to go. So now we done moved to Cahokia. We stand on the corner at Cahokia, and somebody and this girl drive by. She say, Get out of our way, you niggers. Now, how we in the way and you in the fucking car and we on the corner looking at you? Get out of our way, you fucking niggers. Again, rubber bullets. You understand what I'm saying? So then we get to Daryl Strawberry. He on cocaine. We gonna be blamed for that too. They done blamed us for Daryl Strawberry. You know, we came into the bar. He said, "Are you Daryl Strawberry's kids?" A cardinal. Again, rubber bullets. So I'm at this school too, right? And I can understand the anger of the black people, but at the same time, I'm not a person that takes things out on people that haven't hurt me. Because I've done that before, and that really do hurt my feelings, right? So, I don't know. I'm at the school, and I would actually see a white girl. They don't mess with in a bathroom, using the bathroom. And you would see the kids from the projects looking through the stall. The bullies, they looking in the stall. First off, you looking in her stall. You violate her privacy. She actually violating her privacy because she curious about her privacy, right? A tampon. She curious about a tampon. So she watching the girl put the tampon inside of herself. And then wanted to fight her. But then you say something to him, like the person that's doing you, like, you looking at the girl in the bathroom. But they all from the projects. They know they gonna stick together. So all of them that jumped in on it. They now weighed in on that shit. What part of that sound okay to you? For you to look in the bathroom while this girl sticking her tampon inside her coochie. Then she went around the school with the tampon paper, showing everybody that the girl was putting it inside her coochie. I don't care if we don't use tampons, if you don't use them. That ain't nothing you do to a human being. It's degrading. I don't care what color she is. She hadn't even done anything. Quiet, walk around. She don't mess with nobody. We get to high school, they do the same thing. You had the kids from the projects, the black kids from the projects messing with the white kids. White kids ain't done nothing to you. You ain't done nothing to you. They haven't done anything to you. They just somebody that you don't understand. They haven't done anything to you. Nothing. And so that used to be perplexing to me because I'm thinking if we actually chill for a minute, we'd actually probably all get along. We can actually probably like all sit down and chill and have conversations, have good classes and everything. But it's so much heat and fever involved in just like a regular ed classroom. I used to hate being in there because that's all they do. They separate themselves and then they start to bully. And then you say something about it or you take up for somebody, then you got to be a sellout. You got to be this, you got to be that. And it's like, I'm not taking up for the color. I'm taking up for the problem. Because ain't no way you actually think that looking in the stall at another human being or blocking them from dressing out in gym. You see what I'm saying? At all the times that a person would actually be vulnerable. That's when you gonna come in and try to take over or bully them in some kind of way. So now I'm thinking, what the fuck going on? There's some actual, if you really think about it, that's some real sexual type shit. And so then, again, you take up for somebody, then it's a problem. Not only then a bully, she want to cling to me, but she the one that started the fight in middle school. You see what I'm saying? She don't think I know that. Clara McMahon. I told her Akima looked like she had a big top and a little bottom. It was the truth. She had some big titties and no ass. That's the truth. Clara told her she'd beat me up after the bus. She's gonna come up to me and hit me. What do that make? What sense do it make? But now in high school, me and you, we tight. No, we not. We can't be. You the type of, you a snitch. If we supposed to be friends, you a snitch. But you from the projects. And y'all the baddest motherfuckers in town. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Like, it's like The shit y'all do, man. And y'all ain't even thinking about that shit now. Y'all not thinking about it. But you would rather separate yourself from a culture of people that you don't even know. You would separate yourself from characters of people that you don't even know. And so I know it sounds like I'm just like trying to slide in there and forget about Black Lives Matter and everybody need to stick together. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying before I can stick together with anybody, I'm going to have to be sure that that motherfucker on my fucking side. Because at the end of the day, some black people, some white, I'm serious, some black people worse as white people are. And they right there in your fucking face. That's it, right there in your fucking face. And pour you a drink and smile at you. Like that's some shit that you really need to be fucking on. There ain't no shit you need to be on. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all. It's like all this political warfare for what? When we really just need to be trying to look at the character of the person. I'm telling you, the color ain't got nothing to do with it. Every job, anybody that's a manager probably understand this already. They probably like, fuck, what y'all talking about? It's gonna happen. Even Obama, they have to make decisions, and those decisions affect an entire country. An entire country. I'm still gonna say he a good president, even though me and my son were truly hurt with that Obamacare. It wasn't the best thing for us. I was a teacher. I was working, right? I couldn't even afford Obamacare for my son. My son didn't even have insurance. All that time, my son couldn't get insurance. I had insurance, and the insurance I had it was expensive. That it was like $400 or $500 coming out of my check. So I mean, how long that was like daycare? How much do you think that set me back? And then when I tried to get him insurance, it would have been another $300-400. Like that was his daycare. That was the cost of his daycare. I couldn't afford insurance. But now I can't look at this man and be like, oh, he want shit. No, they ran the fuck out of this country. I couldn't even get Medicaid. I couldn't even get all kids. Half of the care my son needed. It's not gonna all work out for everybody. That shit hit me hard. The whole time my son did not have insurance. The whole time Obama was president, he had no insurance. But what I'm saying is like, we keep looking at people. And this is the part I'm trying to get to, really. I'm scrolling, right? Scrolling. This black woman, she's saying, well, then they gonna disrespect us. Disrespect who? With Cardi B. Disrespect us with Cardi B? She's a citizen. She speaks 2 languages. She has a family. She's not undereducated. Just because her English isn't what you think it should be does not mean that she's not a good representation. You have actors, singers, dancers. You got all these people out here telling you to vote when you scroll down your timeline. And just because Joe Biden decides to do that with her, I think it's a good and wonderful representation. I really do. I am so tired of black people actually thinking that somebody is trying to cross into their culture as such a negative thing when it's already their culture. If you grow up in the same poor ass neighborhood or in the same poor ass conditions, how would anything be different except for the brands of fucking food y'all bring home? Ain't nothing fucking different. None of it. Except for the color of somebody's skin and the way their hair look. Women are still being beaten in their neighborhoods. Women are still being raped in their neighborhoods. Houses are still being broken into. Cars are still being stolen. And sometimes the shit is undocumented, so they can't even go back and find and trace it out. Now they got to save money again to get the same shit that they just bought. So you sit here with your American citizenship, and you had a nerve to say that they can't have anybody represent them because they need a better way of life. That's not right. It's not right at all. Y'all can't sit here and continuously keep thinking that this is an all black matter. It's not. Because at the end of the day, when people got connections that you don't have, who the fuck you finna go to? That's something else I learned from the Hispanic community. They got a lot of connections with some real shit that we fucking need. It was shit I needed. I was like, this shit discount? Mother, are you fucking kidding? Like, are you serious? I should have been in it. Oh my God. From food to clothes to businesses. The money that these people put in my pocket. The money they put in my pocket plus a tip. And they out here working for cash. And y'all can't just sit down and listen to a Joe Biden thing with Cardi B saying, occurred? Are you serious? The money that she put back into our community too. She not with a white, she with a black man. When I tell you their sense of family is so deep and it's already rooted in them. And I'm not going to say that some people don't get out of character. They do. Just like black people do. Just like white people do. Just like Asians do. But a lot of times y'all really do be in here really negatively affecting life just because y'all want to because y'all don't want to shut the fuck up. Sit back and listen to what she's saying. Her sister went to the beach and she was harassed. Y'all see those men? Nasty, big men. Now what if they would have hurt her? Tried to drag her into the water. All this different stuff. All because of the color of their skin. People not out here really to hurt nobody. And y'all can keep thinking that the shit y'all do not sick too. It is. It's in comparison to that fat, ugly ass white man that was at that beach. All the little shit y'all do when it don't concern nothing about that person. Like if it don't concern their character, if it don't concern the evil that they giving out, then you wrong. You fucking wrong. Y'all just as sick as some of these motherfuckers out here. And that's the shit that's getting me. Y'all are always fucking judge somebody else. The girl ain't even did nothing. If I was Joe Biden, I want the interview too. Sometimes it's just fun to be around a person. You know, sometimes all that going back in the rhetoric and all this stuff, it get to be too much. And what she's saying she want for the community, that's good too. If you worried about it, write for her. Ask her, can I write for you? Instead of us looking at it where she's saying, oh, Kurt, help her. And put the oh, Kurt in her anyway, because that's her personality. You going to take her personality away from her? That ain't nothing for you to do. Write for her. Write for her. Start sending her the information. When you see what's going on down her, if she actually reading what's going on her timeline, if she actually reading those comments, then write for her. It's always where y'all got to take something and make it so negative and nasty and just, it is the worst thing in life, and it's not. It's not, because those kids, those families that fed me when I was hungry, the ones that held me and kept me close to them when I was hungry, and not just for food, for knowledge, for everything. They taught me. When I was angry, they sat me down and had talks with me about who I was. And I didn't have to change nothing about myself. Nothing. All I had to do was make sure I became part of the family. So for all the students that I taught that to become a family or to care about people when they down, then that's where they came from too. Y'all see how all together, like it's like it take a whole community, it take a village. And when I say village, the color is not what I'm talking about. It's the way you move, the way you talk, the way you walk. Ain't no child don't no child need to grow up with that. Rubber fucking bullets. And y'all throwing them, y'all shooting them bitches too. Whether you know it or not. At your own people, at brown people, at Asian people, at people that actually could be out here where we could stick together and help each other. Ain't nothing wrong with what that girl doing. Nothing. It's not even a criticism. It's their way of life. I don't care how old it's like this is what they doing. And I support every fucking thing these young people out here doing right now. I support it all. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if they write Black Lives Matter on the bottom of their feet and run in dirt and mud. And that's all they think that, yeah, you made a difference. You made a whole fucking difference. How you feel right now? I don't care. I like every fucking thing they do. It don't matter the color. I don't know if white people are taking it to a whole different level. White people, they don't have the experience. And sometimes I think that just because all they have is maybe the sexism in their race or whatever, however they feel, they don't get to have all of that. They take it back to something else and something different and something, and it's okay. That's okay too. It could be hurting. And in that way, I don't know. I don't know because I really don't look at that. And if I get a chance to, I'll tell you. But for real, we have to start to look at how everybody is protesting. And support how everybody is protesting. Because if we don't, then we're not really about to get nowhere. Ain't no reason for us to be trying to rise up against Cardi B. What the hell? If anything, we should be protecting Cardi B. You see what I'm saying? It's like so easy for y'all to send a female out to slaughter that's open and honest and all these different things. It's so easy to just, oh God, hand her over. Just fuck her. Hand her over. Her sister too. Why? When if you actually went to their community, they would embrace you. It's such a big difference. It's like y'all get these degrees. Like I said, y'all get these degrees and get these letters on your chest. And then you start thinking that that's the shit. Like y'all the shit. Like now y'all can start making all these educated ass decisions and shit. And it's like you ain't really even had the life experiences to go along with what the fuck you talking about. Because I'm pretty sure if you did, those statements would have never came out your fucking mouth. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. So yeah, they need her. All of us need her. We all need her. And if you can sit your ass down with somebody, then you get to fucking sit down with them too. With your overeducated asses. With your sick fucking mentalities. Go ahead and do it. You do it too then. Always thinking y'all deserve it before somebody else do it. And that's not the truth all the time. It's not. Sometimes you got to sit back and let other people go before you. Just because some things it's not going to always be right. It's just not. It's not going to always be what the fuck you think you need to be. It's not going to always be your way or the fucking highway. And I learned that from African people. I learned that from African women. How to sit the fuck back and shut the fuck up and let them do what the fuck they gotta do. Because at the end of the day, you gonna still, if you sit back, you gonna still be seen as a queen. Do you understand? It's like sometimes y'all, it's like we just always hungry for something. And you don't even know what that something is. And sometimes you're not even good at the shit. But you want to hurry up and get your ass in line. You want to be the motherfucker to do it. It ain't no sense in being jealous. It ain't no sense in being hateful. Somebody put it on there too on the timeline. Curvaceous Boutique. It's room for everybody at the top. It's room for everybody at the top. If Cardi B ain't, because they stealing from me. You see what I'm saying? My own community stealing from me. But what I'm saying, it's room for everybody at the top. That girl ain't holding y'all back from nothing. She not holding you back from your research. She not holding you back from making any moves. Nothing. Nothing. If anything, she should be motivating and pushing people forward. So I don't know. I really don't. I don't get it. I'm not getting it. I don't get it. I don't get it. The only way for your life to matter is to remember that other people's lives matter too. And the more support we have, the better strides we can make. It'll be longer strides with more support. Think about it. That's why in the 70s the Black Panthers actually joined forces with the Brown Coalition. Think about that. I think it's the Brown, and it was a Hispanic group. It was a group of Hispanic people. And I'm telling you, you can't get no better. You can't. Oh my God, you can't get no better. You can't. Seriously, you can't. You can't. And it's not about it's like the people that are on your side. You can't get no better than the people that's on your side. And that's what I'm saying. It's not the color. You can't get better than people that's going to actually support you. The people that follow through with what the fuck they going to say. Some people, they would even come and give me things before I even knew I needed them. I needed some help with field trip money in my classroom. I can go home and say, I need field trip money. I got 3 people that actually take the money out their pocket and we can pool it up in a table. He put the money in the table. On the table for me. So I can get my kids to go on a field trip. The ones that couldn't afford it. So the money went back to the community that I was working for. Y'all don't get it. A lot of y'all don't, because you keep trying to thrive in cultures, in a black culture that's giving y'all want the ghetto-ness. Y'all want somebody to smack the shit out of you and chase you to your car and hit you and all this different shit. That's what I'm saying. Cause all the times that I've been somewhere and I'm non-violent, but then y'all want to keep the chick around that's violent. In the schools, in the community, all that different stuff. That's what y'all want. Y'all want acts of violence. You want acts of retaliation and brutality and mean words and cussing them out and everybody a bitch and everybody. When this ain't the time to even do this. This is a time for us to start changing. If you gonna change, then fucking change. If you gonna help, then help. But it don't make no sense if this woman sitting next to me and she Asian and her husband and did the same shit to her that mine probably done to me, for me to now cross her out because she Asian and her life could be better. No. It's still the same fucking mentality. The same traumatic shit gonna hit her just the same fucking way it hit me. Y'all, I don't know. That's why I be like, I see why a lot of people, Malcolm X killed, Martin Luther King killed, because people don't want to see past the shit that white people has instilled in them. White people instilled that into you, that color is a difference. That you're not human if you're not the same color. That's what white people instilled in you. White people instilled in you that your culture it should be given it. It's nothing that is nothing prideful about your culture, that you are a part of this culture that's here in America just because you were enslaved in America. All the shit y'all do to retaliate against another culture, that's white people shit. Because inevitably, they haven't even done anything to you. So I don't know, on Wellness Wednesday today, I say, find ways to support. Find ways to support. When you hear that negativity coming out your mouth, the hate you spewing because you the same way. You just like that fat ass white man on that fucking beach. And I probably am too. You see what I'm saying? That nigga look like a pimple to me. Like, bust this motherfucker open. And I'm not even against fat people. I told y'all, as soon as somebody piss me, that's all I see is what the fuck they look like. I'm thinking just pop that motherfucker. Just pop his ass. But that's what y'all look like too. Putting down people and you don't even know what they've been through. You don't have no clue. No whatsoever. We done made it through. We sitting in houses. When some of these parents actually did have to put their kids on their back in 2009, 2011, 2012 and cross a fucking river and save up just enough so they can get their asses over to the United States to make enough money to send back home to a family that they can't even afford to bring over here. And then when they get hurt, they start to make it better. But only because they live together and they work together. Even if you don't want to date a Hispanic man, go to sometimes, like especially here in this Midwest area where it's not a lot of Hispanic people, you will find that they'll have like 12 guys maybe living in the same place, sleeping on the floor, all this different stuff, helping each other eat. And we'll sit back and be like, oh, we'll talk about them. Girl, it's 15 people in that fucking house. But I'm telling you, out of all them 15 men that's in that house, all of them about to make it. Why? Because they pulled together and they got somewhere. Even though this motherfucker over here fucked this dude's wife a long time ago. They had an argument. They did this, they did that. I mean, it wasn't the best of times, but it wasn't the worst of times either. Did nobody go hungry? Everybody car payments got paid. All of this. All of it. Because they could stick together even through the hard times. That's why I be like, I know people be like, well, you want a family. I do. That's why I want a family.
Chicken, please?
I'll make you some. Okay. And so I don't know. That's it for me. Because Blake wants some chicken. So shit. But yeah, it's like, man, y'all really don't even understand. It's like, y'all gotta come out with some new. Not some nut, just some new. Some no. Some no. No. Y'all gotta stop letting sex and position and all these different things fucking lead you. And that ain't even coming to Jesus on that one. That's just like actually sitting down and really thinking about your mentality. Some Adlerian therapy. That's some shit y'all actually fucking need. Cause it ain't gonna happen if we ain't sticking together. It's just not gonna happen. And I'm not saying everything gonna be kumbaya fucking y'all. But get pissed off at me because of my character and not my color. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Get pissed off at these people about their character and not their fucking color. Because any support is good support. Especially if we can get the money back into our communities. You understand? Do you understand? You get it? You almost there? You know? Because essentially, they all come from us anyway. That's the fucked up part. Essentially, all these motherfuckers come from us anyway. That's the God in itself. Anyway, Shantae, Brown Sugar Talk under Black Unicorns. Please have a good day.